the real truth about happiness. Have you ever noticed how some days your mind feels naturally light, while other days everything feels heavy for no clear reason? Most people assume happiness is something that just happens to them. But that's not how the brain works. Modern neuroscience suggests something far more powerful. Your brain is adaptable. It changes based on what you repeatedly do, think, and expose yourself to. In simple terms, your daily habits are shaping your emotional baseline. Happiness isn't a random event. It's a pattern your brain learns over time. If your routine is filled with stress, distraction, and constant stimulation, your mind starts to reflect that. But when you introduce small, intentional habits, your brain begins to rewire itself in a better direction toward calm, focus, and emotional balance. Why your brain feels stuck. Sometimes ever wake up already feeling mentally drained before the day even begins? Thoughts racing, low motivation, a sense of pressure without doing anything yet? Many people try to escape this feeling through quick distractions, scrolling, videos, or anything that numbs the mind. The problem is, this only gives temporary relief. Your brain is not broken, it's conditioned. Every repeated behavior builds a pathway in your mind. Over time, those pathways become your default mode. If your habits are based on overstimulation and inconsistency, your brain learns to stay restless. That becomes your normal emotional state. The good news is the same mechanism works in reverse. Small shifts in daily behavior can gradually retrain how your brain responds to life. 7 simple habits that rewire your mind. Here are practical habits that help reset your brain and improve emotional balance over time. 1. Delay instant stimulation. Avoid jumping into social media or fast content right after waking up. Early overstimulation floods your dopamine system and makes everything else feel dull. Start your day with something calm, water, light movement, or quiet time. 2. Get morning sunlight. Stepping into natural light early helps regulate your internal body clock. This supports better energy, mood stability, and sleep quality. Even a few minutes outside can make a noticeable difference. 3. Move your body daily. You don't need intense workouts. Even walking or light stretching shifts your brain chemistry, improving mood and reducing stress. Action creates energy, not the other way around. 4. Sit in silence for a few minutes. Give your mind space without input. No phone, no noise, no distractions. At first it may feel uncomfortable, but over time it builds mental clarity and emotional control. 5. Notice small progress. Your brain naturally focuses on what's missing. Break that pattern by reflecting on 1 or 2 things you did well each day. This strengthens confidence in a quiet but powerful way. 6. Reduce daily decision overload. Too many small decisions drain mental energy. Simplify parts of your routine so your mind has more space for important tasks. Less confusion means more clarity. 7. Be selective with what you consume. Everything you watch, read, or listen to influences your mindset. Choose content that supports growth instead of constant negativity or noise. How real change actually happens. You don't need to do everything at once. In fact, trying to change too much too quickly usually leads to burnout. Start small. Choose 1 or 2 habits, stick with them until they feel natural, then gradually add more. This is how real transformation works, not through intensity, but through consistency. Over time, something subtle begins to shift. Your reactions become calmer, your focus improves, your mind feels less overloaded. You stop chasing motivation because your system becomes more stable on its own. Here's the key idea. You don't wait to feel better before you act. You act, and that's what builds how you feel. Happiness stops being something you search for and starts becoming something you create through how you live each day. And once that shift happens, you don't really go back to the old way of thinking. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and like. See you in the next one.